October 23, the basketball world was shocked to hear that Shanti Billups was reportedly involved in a gambling scandal connected to the mafia. When asked about the situation, Shaq shared his reaction.
"No, everybody lets that play. I don't like to sit up here and be hypocritical about certain things."
On October 23, 2025, the basketball world was thrown into total shock when reports revealed that Portland Trail Blazers coach Shanti Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier had been arrested by the FBI for their alleged links to a mafia-run gambling ring. What was supposed to be a day of excitement for the new NBA season turned into one of the darkest moments in league history. Federal authorities had been secretly working for years on a massive investigation that uncovered a hidden network tied to organized crime, advanced technology, and corruption across the sport. This was not just another case of athletes making mistakes, it was something far more serious and calculated. Social media, news outlets, and sports channels were flooded with headlines and shocking footage showing NBA players begging Billups not to expose their names. The entire basketball world was left stunned as the story sent shockwaves far beyond the league.
Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more.
When FBI Director Kash Patel appeared at a press conference alongside the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, the NYPD, Homeland Security, and the Waterfront Commission, it was clear that something huge had been uncovered. His presence signaled that this was no ordinary case. As he spoke, the scale of the investigation became clear. It had exposed two massive criminal operations working both together and separately to cheat victims, fix outcomes, and earn tens of millions of dollars illegally. The first scheme, called Operation Nothing But Bet **, involved insider sports betting within the NBA, where players and coaches allegedly shared secret information about injuries, game plans, and player availability with betting groups who used it to win big on guaranteed bets. The second scheme, known as Operation Royal Flush **, was even more complex, a nationwide network of fixed poker games supported by four powerful mafia families, the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese families. Prosecutors described it as one of the most advanced and dangerous gambling frauds ever discovered in the United States.
I led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra, to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime.
The scale of the case was overwhelming, with more than 30 people arrested across 11 states on charges including wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, and even armed robbery. At the center of it all were two familiar NBA names, Shanti Billups and Terry Rozier. Billups, known as Mr. Big Shot, was a five-time NBA All-Star, 2004 Finals MVP, and Hall of Famer who had led the Detroit Pistons to a championship before becoming head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers in 2021. His arrest shocked fans who admired his long and successful career. Rozier, just 31 and in the prime of his career with a $96.3 million contract from the Miami Heat, was accused of something equally shocking, sharing inside information about his performance, including texting associates that he would fake injuries to help bettors win on under-prop bets. One example from March 23, 2023, showed him allegedly texting a friend before a Hornets-Pelicans game, saying he would leave early with a shoulder injury. He exited after just 9 minutes, and those with insider knowledge placed over $200,000 in bets, collecting big payouts that were later reportedly delivered to Rozier's home. After the arrests, rumors flooded social media, claiming there was footage of NBA players begging Billups not to reveal their names, but thorough checks of official reports, indictments, and court records showed no such video exists. These stories appear to be baseless internet speculation. What investigators did uncover, however, was far more alarming: a highly organized criminal network that had been running for years, using NBA figures as face cards to attract wealthy victims to fixed poker games, all designed to funnel millions into mafia-controlled gambling operations.
Is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery. across a multi-year investigation.
According to the indictments unsealed on October 23, the poker scheme alone cheated victims out of at least $715 million, though investigators believe the real number is even higher as more victims come forward. One person reportedly lost $1.8 million in a single game. These weren't secret games in dark basements but high-stakes poker events held in luxury locations like the Hamptons, Las Vegas suites, Miami venues, and Manhattan penthouses. The victims thought they were playing fair games with NBA stars, but in reality, almost everyone at the table, including the dealer, the players, and the famous face cards, was part of the scam. Federal prosecutors claim that Shanti Billups took part in at least one of these games in 2019, which cheated victims out of $50,000, and that he may have been involved in the NBA betting ring as well, known in court papers as Co-Conspirator 8. The description matches Billups exactly, a former player from 1997 to 2014 and a coach since 2021. He allegedly tipped off bettors that the Trailblazers would rest key players before a game against the Chicago Bulls on March 24, 2023, leading to a 28-point loss and huge payouts for the betting syndicate. Investigators uncovered a sophisticated operation that blended advanced technology, traditional mafia tactics, and celebrity influence to create an almost unstoppable fraud network. Starting around 2019, the scheme used a detailed structure where every member had a role in tricking wealthy victims, called fish, into losing money in rigged games, all under the control of powerful organized crime families. The FBI has urged anyone with information about illegal gambling or game manipulation to come forward, hinting that the full scope of the operation has yet to be revealed.